A very good morning to all of you. Today I will discuss about the classification of the computer. So after this video presentation, you will be able to explain the classification of computer on various bases. You will be able to know the application of various computer. You will be able to compare the general purpose and specific purpose computer, and you will also able to know the world and Indian first supercomputer. In the end, you will also know that what is the world and Indian super and powerful supercomputer. So these are the learning outcome of today's video presentation. The computer are classified into various types. The computer are classified on the basis of technology, on the basis of configuration, that is size and storage capacity, and it is also classified on the basis of purpose. So these are three main categories. If you see on the screen that you can find that based on the technology, there are three types of computer. The first type is analog computer, the second type is digital computer, and the third type is hybrid computer. On the basis of configuration, that is size and capacity, there are four main categories, that is microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer, supercomputer. In microcomputer, there are further two categories, that is non-portable and portable. In non-portable, it is desktop, and in portable, it is laptop. Why it is portable? Because it is easy to carry from one place to another place, and while you are traveling, you can work on the laptop. On the basis of purpose, there are two types of computer. The first type is general purpose computer, and the second type is special purpose computer. So these are all the types of the computer. Now you can see that I have made a comparison between analog computer, digital computer, and hybrid computer. The analog computer works with continuous values like pressure, temperature, whereas the digital computer works with discrete value, that is digital digits, that is 0 and 1. The hybrid computer is the combination of analog and digital computer. So it works with both values, that is continuous value or discrete or digital values. In case of analog, the input value is analog signal. In case of digital, the input is digital data. In case of hybrid, it is analog or digital. In case of analog computer, it is low accuracy, but it has high speed. The analog computer is having high speed because as per the paper published in IEEE, the title of paper is a quantitative or method of comparison analog and hybrid computer. There it is proved that the speed of the computer is higher than the digital computer. So accordingly, I have mentioned that it is having high speed. In case of digital computer, it has high accuracy but less speed. The digital computer gives the exact value. Like you can see digital watch where it will give you exact time. But in case of analog, it will give you the approximate result. It is not a very precise result, but it is approximate result. In case of hybrid, the speed the hybrid computer is having the speed of analog computer but the accuracy of digital computer. In case of analog computer, the output is in graphical form, like in speedometer and in other device. If you see that in analog computer, the result will be in graphical forms. But in case of digital, the output will be in numbers. So it will give you the precise or accurate output. In case of hybrid, the output is in both form. It can be graphical or in numbers. The analog computer is used in scientific application, engineering fields, etc. The digital computers are used in office, home, etc. The digital computers are used in every organization. The hybrid computer is used in hospital and in defense also it is used. Now, in case of analog computer, the example is speedometer, where you can get the output, approximate output. In case of digital computer, it is desktop where you can do calculation and you can get the accurate value. In case of hybrid, the computer are used in hospital where the patient heartbeat is measured by the analog pad, and the patient heartbeat is also digitally displayed. That is, there is also value in digital format, also in number format. This is an example of analog computer. So you can see that this is a page TR10 in 1960. So this is an analog computer. This is digital computer that is used for calculation computation purpose in everywhere. And this is a hybrid. You can see that there is a number that is 13499. This is digital. This is number value. So it is giving you the accurate value. At the same time, in the left side, you can see that there is a graphical form output. So it is having the output in both form, that is in graphical and in numbers, because it is a combination of analog and digital computer. So the first desktop hybrid computer system is HiComp 250 that was developed in 1961. After that, there is another hybrid computer that is HiDAC. Now you should know the difference between microcomputer, mini computer, mainframe computer, and supercomputer. This is a classification under based on configuration, that is size and capacity, and also on the basis of processing. So in case of microcomputer, the size of computer is small. In case of mini computer, the size of computer is medium. In case of mainframe, the size of computer is large. In case of supercomputer, the size is very large. The microcomputer is having low storage capacity. Like in desktop, laptop, the capacity is low as compared to mini, mainframe or supercomputer. The mini computer is having medium storage capacity. The mainframe is having large storage capacity, which means that very large amount of data can be stored in this computer. And in case of supercomputer, the storage capacity is very large. In case of microcomputer, the processing is low. In case of mini computer, the processing is higher than the microcomputer, so it is medium processing. In case of mainframe computer, it is having speed greater than micro and mini and having high processing, but the processing speed is less than supercomputer. And the supercomputer is having very high processing speed. The microcomputer is used by single user, whereas the mini, mainframe, and supercomputer can be used by multiple users. So this computer is also called as multi-user system. The microcomputer is used by single person or from small to large organization. Like in every small or very large organization, you can find the computer desktop. In case of mini computer, it is used by mid-size organization, whereas the mainframe computer are used by large organization. The supercomputer is also used by very large organization. When we talk about the price, the microcomputer is having affordable price, that is it is cheaper, less expensive as compared to other three computers. The mini computer is having the price higher than the microcomputer, whereas in case of mainframe the price is expensive. The supercomputer is having very expensive price because it occupies very large space, so that's why it is having a large size, fastest processing, very large storage capacity, and multi-user system. So that's why it is having price higher than all the computers, that is micro, mini, and mainframe computers. The microcomputer is used for general purpose, like we can use desktop, laptop for general purpose like editing, writing, listening music, watching video. So we are using this computer as a general purpose. We can make reports in Excel, PowerPoint, Word file. Whereas in case of many computer, it is used for specific purpose, Like in college, there is a server, web server for hosting website of the college. The mainframe computer is also used for specific purpose, like banking use the mainframe computers. In case of supercomputer, it is also used for specific purpose. Very big organization use this supercomputer for scientific and engineering purpose. In case of power, the microcomputer is having less powerful as compared to mini computer, mainframe, and supercomputer. The mini computer is powerful than the microcomputer. The mainframe computer is having high powerful as compared to micro and mini computer, whereas the supercomputer is having very high powerful as compared to micro, mini, and mainframe computer. So these are all the differences between micro, mini, mainframe, and supercomputer. Now, on the basis of purpose, there are two types of computer. The first type is general purpose. The second type is special purpose. If you see the first line, that the general purpose computer are those computers which are used for general purpose, and the special purpose computer are those computers which are used for specific purpose. Like in case of general purpose, these are used for wide variety of tasks, and the special purpose computer is dedicated to perform a single task. So that's why this computer is also known as dedicated computers. The microcomputers are such as desktop, laptop are used for general purpose. Special purpose computer are supercomputer, mainframe computer, which are used in engineering on scientific application for specific purpose. The general purpose computer applications are writing, editing, all these are general purpose computer. Whereas in case of special purpose, the applications is weather forecasting, which means that these are those computers which are for which are used for specific purpose like weather forecasting. So these are the difference between general purpose computer and special purpose computer. Now, who is known as the father of supercomputer? Seymour Cray is known as the father of supercomputer because he designed the world's first supercomputer. The name of that supercomputer is CDC 6600 in 1964. So you can see that there is a supercomputer and the top speed of this computer is 14 megahertz. So he is known as the father of supercomputer. Now, who is a Indian super father? Who is considered as the father of Indian supercomputer? So, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar is considered as the father of Indian supercomputer because he developed Param 8000 supercomputer in 1991. There are many series of Param. You can visit the website. You can search also in the Google. You can find many series of the Param. There are some facts, that is top 500. Top 500 is a project that ranks and evaluates the 500 most powerful system in the world. Since June 2020, it's a Japanese supercomputer. The name of that supercomputer is Fajaku, which is considered as the world's most powerful supercomputer. It is having 442 petaflops. In case of Indian supercomputer, powerful supercomputer, the name of supercomputer is Param, Siddhi and Pratyush. So these are Indian supercomputer. The rank of Param Siddhi is 62 and the rank of Pratyush is 77 according to the November 2020 list of top 500. So in this video presentation, you have come to know that there are various type of the classification of the computer. The first is based on the technology. The second is based on the configuration. The third is based on the purpose. In case of technology, it is analog, digital, hybrid. In case of configuration, it is micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputer. Within micro, there is a portable and non-portable. Non-portable is desktop, portable is laptop. On the basis of purpose, there is a general and special purpose. We have also discussed the comparison between micro, mini, mainframe and supercomputer, in which the size of micro is small, the size of mini is medium, the size of mainframe is large, and the size of supercomputer is very large. In case of storage and processing, the microcomputer is having low storage and low processing. The mini is having high processing and storage as compared to the micro. The mainframe is having high storage capacity and high processing as compared to the micro and mini, and the supercomputer is having very high storage capacity and processing. In terms of price, the micro is having less expensive, it is cheaper. In case of mini, it is higher than the micro. In case of mainframe and supercomputer, the price is expensive. And we have also discussed the world's first supercomputer and who is known as the father of supercomputer. We have also discussed about the Indian supercomputer and the rank of Indian supercomputer. And who is known as the Indian supercomputer? Father of the Indian supercomputer, that is Dr. Vijay Bhatkar. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Website, you will find that there is a tab that is list. Click on this top 500. Click on this November 2020. Scroll down. Then you can find that the first rank is supercomputer Fugaku. That is Japanese supercomputer. The Indian supercomputer is, you can click on this. Then you can scroll down. Then here you can find that this Param Siddhi AI is a Indian supercomputer Center for Development of Advanced Computing, India. Then there is another supercomputer, Pratyush, Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, India. The rank is 77.